Welcome back to the channel. All right, it is time for my first rank 4. I am extremely excited about this. A lot of you have been helping me out with comments on YouTube there, in the videos, on the community page. I even asked in my Discord server, in the members channel. I asked my alliance. I asked everywhere because I really struggled with this. I struggled with this for a variety of reasons, and I'm going to talk this through in hopes that it could be helpful to a lot of you. I know that I get questions all the time on, is someone rank 3 worthy? And now I think we're finally going to get who should be my first rank 4, or is someone rank 4 worthy? I'm going to talk through with you my thought process, who I was truly considering, and then of course at the end we'll see who I did go for. I am pumped up about it. I am extremely excited. Now, I am really fortunate. I have played this game for a long time and I prioritize prestige like to almost a fault, I think. For quite a while. You'll see I had near perfect prestige. Somewhere along the way on potentially ranking up Rag Thor, I realized that's just not how I wanted to play the game anymore. I had tired of playing it that way. I understand why people enjoy it, but it just was not for me. And I've since joined for Loki. Obviously, prestige does need to be pretty high there. We're trying to score in the top 20, which we've fallen out of recently. Like, you know what? Worse things have happened. They're extremely supportive. I've asked multiple times, you guys sure it's cool if I don't rank up Silver Surfer? No one has even batted an eye and said, they're just like, yeah, dude, do what you want. So I didn't consider him. He's the highest. I put a lot of resources into him, but those are sunk costs. That has happened. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't get them back. Why double down on ranking him up higher? That's not how I want to play this game. Remember, the tagline for my channel is the art of taking fun seriously, meaning this is all supposed to be fun. We just take it really seriously. Next down would be Sunspot. The thing with him is he falls down significantly in the prestige rankings at the rank 4 level. But what's really cool here, and this is why I have this up, because I know people still take prestige into account. It's one of the biggest ways to help yourselves move up in the alliance chain with AQ rewards and sometimes even with war. He's not going to fall out of that until I rank 3 more champions above him. He's second only to Surfer. Now, maybe someone else comes out along the way who has higher prestige at rank 3 and I happen to take them to SIG 200, but that would still be ranking 3 more champions above him. He's going to be in there for quite a while. And I'm very comfortable with that. I saw a lot of benefit from having him, but he's not at rank 4 for me. I don't play him very often. He's a fine champion. He's a very good champion. Not someone I really need to play, and damage, the guy just doesn't need more of it. Doom, I love Doom. I love playing Doom. Doom is one of my top confidence-inducing champions in the game. I love being assigned him in war because he's very difficult to die with. I've found ways. I didn't want to bring up Doom. I felt like he was going to be the most common up there, maybe with Hercules. And I played this game since when this was a thing with Blade, and then we all walked around with our blades. And then diversity in war became a thing, and you just saw alliances full of blades. I liked Blade. I liked Blade a lot at the time. But I also remembered wishing I had ranked up Sparky. I liked Sparky more. Sparky was my guy. So I'm not bringing up Doom. We've got Namor. I never really considered Namor. If you've paid enough attention to my channel, you know it took a lot of convincing from very smart players like Work in Progress to even get me to consider doing this. Jacob as well. The two of them ganged up on me, and eventually I ended up with a rank 3 SIG 200 Namor. There are more people. It was a lot of you. Professor X. I really considered Professor X. I really did. I like the guy. He is amazing. He is fun. I got him, and within I think like 2 weeks, I put up 2 videos on him. He's incredible. He kept getting better and better, and then we learned an even better way of playing, of ramping up his damage and getting those prowess going. I love the fact that he can completely handle evade and miss. Just, you don't have to do anything. And evade is something I still struggle with in this game. I really considered him, but it wasn't Professor X. I think he will go up to SIG, to rank 4. And as you see, I put the stones in him to take him to SIG 200. Because I do intend to eventually take him to rank 4. It wasn't him. I considered Guardian. I love Guardian. I love playing Guardian, but I couldn't justify that. I couldn't justify it. Thing, I considered Thing. I did. And I like the idea of being able to put him on defense. That's the issue. Well, it was one of the issues for me is I'm so used to ranking up with my alliance in mind, either being for prestige or for defense. And this is the first time I've ever been somewhere where they were like, almost, dude, will you stop asking us? Do what you want. It's all okay. I considered things, but when I thought about it, I don't enjoy playing him for the most part. I think we're seeing how powerful he was and like how he could handle Summer of Pain. It's in his kit. He doesn't need synergies for this. You just maybe have to be a little patient. But this whole not taking damage when you're getting hit extremely hard is really beneficial. But it didn't take up thing. It came down to Shang-Chi and Hercules. It came down to those two. Hercules is amazing. He's incredible. He does incredible damage. He is an absolute blast to play. If you've seen my videos on him, you know that was one of the things I mentioned first is, to me, he feels like a guy who was making dad jokes before he was a dad. That was me. I love playing him. His intercept with the specials is like, how did Kabam allow that? And yet Black Panther has this tiny, tiny window. He has the immortality, which is great for a player like me. I'm a mistake-prone player. I'm fine with that. It's part of who I am. It is what it is. And I go into war where it's important to me that I don't die. So having a player, a champion that has this immortality, or having that in questing, would be really, really nice. The damage is incredible. With the SIG, he has incredible utility. He does have the miss counter. He's even got the extra damage off of extra armor ups. He doesn't have an armor break natively in his kit, but if you bring along Captain America Infinity War, he can armor break. He has synergies with amazing, amazing champions, and he seems situated for the future of this game extremely well. He's great now. He's probably going to be great in a year to 2 years. And then we have Shang-Chi. I don't think you can make a lot of mistakes with Shang-Chi. He does not heal. You have to be very, very specific in what you're doing. It takes incredible knowledge of the champion and what's going on in the fight. However, he can do a ton. He can go unblockable for an extremely long period of time. He has the slow debuff, which again can be for an extremely long period of time. Any of these things can be very long. It just depends on what order you're throwing his, I think it's called Wushu strikes in. You can reset them. You can up his damage incredibly. He's not forgiving though. He is not forgiving, and that was a struggle for me. I haven't been inside Shang-Chi or Hercules in war at all, but it came down to these two. It came down to them. I took Shang-Chi to SIG 200 because I knew I eventually wanted to take him to rank 4. I mean it when I say I think he is maybe the best skilled champion in the game. And I'm one of the people that's always saying like, there is no best, right? And I mean that. Fury, Mole Dude, Shang-Chi, Kingpin, and there's probably a couple more. Falcon, there's someone else I'm forgetting. I think they're all in that conversation. But Shang-Chi, time and time again, is someone I reach for. He can handle it. You can play him with the suicides. You can play him without. It's totally up to you. He can be played either way. Doesn't have many great synergies, though. And so I just couldn't decide between those two. And the last thing I want to add is, and a lot of you, and I appreciate this, a lot of you, and this is where I think this could be helpful to people, mention prestige. And we're like, bring up Doom or bring up Hercules. Hercules has the prestige. I want you to see something. I would like you to see, we're going to do Doom. Doom's prestige is even higher than Hercules's. Yeah, that's how you would say that. You see the prestige that it is right now. So let's bring Doom up to rank 4. It goes up to 14,277. 14,277. Let's bring Doom back to rank 3. And we will bring up Shang-Chi. 10 points. It's 10 points. You have to remember that this is going to be divided by the top 5 champions in your account. So while there is a sizable difference between Shang-Chi, and I chose him because he's the lowest, and Doom, it only ends up in 10 points. And then those 10 points get divided amongst your 30 members of your alliance for a very, very tiny difference in score when it comes to your actually alliance prestige. Now, if you're pushing for AQ1 or you're on the edge and it's really important, I can see it. I can see even demonstrating the commitment to the alliance goals by bringing up Doom or Surfer, but Surfer hurts a little bit. Not that he's not good, he's just not as good as these other champions. Ultimately, for me, that was why I was able to really focus on Hercules or Shang-Chi. And now remember, my situation is a little bit different because I took Shang-Chi to SIG 200, full well knowing this. I took Professor X to SIG 200, full well knowing that I could take them up in my first 2 or 3 or 4, and then bring up Doom, and lastly, Silver Surfer if I wanted to for Prestige, to balance it out once all 5 of them were at rank 4. Okay, I'm sure I talked through a lot of the options, what I was thinking, the pros and cons of all of them. There's no reason to belabor this anymore. I am excited about it. Rank Up event is on. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's rank up a champion. You know who it's got to be. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.